So basically, when you try to solve some problem, when you try to go deep into the problem and try to know what is the reason behind the problem and the situation, it may be anything. As a kind of like sensitive human being, you see different problems around you, inside you, in the physical level you have problem, in mind you have problem, with others, with other family members you see some problem or issues in a physical level or in mental level, emotionally. And physical, when I say physical, it is the body and outside resources, that is the resources that is required for the person or for the family. Then you go for other families, you see others, they are kind of like suffering, and you try to know what is the reason and you try to help. So this way you go to your office, you go to your institution, you see students, you see what they are doing and why they are struggling so much, what is the reason they are struggling for. Then you try to go deep, you try to figure out things. So this way we actually function. And when you go in detail, you see something actually come out. So there are so many things that I try to reason, try to find out the logic. It's not like something just uh, come and go, take like that. जिंदगी तो चलता ही रहेगा, ऐसे ही दिन आते हैं जाते हैं. So but I cannot cope up with the thought, this kind of thought or psychology. I try to solve things, or I try to involve in that. Maybe not the way people expect. It's a different context. I can talk about it, or I will be talking about it later. But now let us discuss about the different issues that people facing, different levels. A human being can be can be having problem in physical level, mental level, emotional level, and with the resources outside. If the resources are not up to the mark, not as per the requirement, the people will suffer all the levels. Suppose you do not have food. When you do not have food, it means it affects your physical body, and again it will affect your psychology, mental, emotional, every level. Likewise, the shelter, the clothes, the different services, the basic requirements. When you have basic requirements, now there are other challenges: education, health, and everything is actually giving you sensitization. Everything is making you sensitive and giving you some inputs, and you are being affected by that. Every individual. Together we come in a family, together we come in an organization, together we come in the society. But the major thing is that, the most important thing is that everyone is individual and having those layers: physical, mental, emotional. Those layers are actually being affected, those layers are being manipulating one another. So now when I when I try to study things, and it comes to that level that when the human being is capable, can resolve the issues. When the human being is not capable, cannot resolve the issue. Even a small thing cannot be resolved by that human being. And what do you mean by that capability? So when you study, when you try to understand yourself, how do you function different level, mentally, emotionally, physically, with others, other you know person interactions, everything going on. That time you identify that you know you have two three dimensions or reality. One dimension is that the truth is you exist as physical body, mental body, emotional body. You are the physical existence, I am the physical existence. First of all, I have to understand, I have to experience that. How do I experience? Because of my senses. There are five senses, which everything comes in that purview of those five senses, I perceive and I experience that those things are available around me. Something we see, something which touch us, something we taste, something we smell. This way, with the five senses, you actually experience the environment. This way, you experience yourself with those senses. Actually, you experience yourself. Even you can touch your body. You can smell your body. You can see your body. This way, you see yourself an object which is existing. So this way, these five senses are giving us a sense of physical existence, reality, that is a truth. And those senses works, and that means those senses are with me. Means wherever I am, anything comes in that boundary, that will be considered. Outside that boundary, that will not be there. Physically, I cannot experience that. In reality, I cannot experience that. Maybe that is existing in that, at any particular distance. So, but now, if this is the reality, then why do we suffer so much? Because now, suppose I am in this room and I do not have any disturbance, but still I am in confusion. Still I am having some thoughts. So that there comes two other things, two other reality. That reality is not physical, but it is existing inside you in another form, not in a physical materialistic form or with these five senses. This is not in the purview of these five senses. These two are, one is your memory, that is the stored memory that is there in your mind, body, your brain, your nervous system, in your nervous system, those memory. And other is the imagination created out of this memory. So these two things, and the imagination is based on the memory. So I will say these three things here: your physical existence which you perceive through your senses, your mental memory system which is giving you some information inside, others cannot see that, others cannot perceive that, this is only for you. And the third is your another existential or reality inside you, that is the imagination. And the basis of the imagination is the memory. Without any memory, no imagination will be created. And that functions what we call thoughts. From the memory, thought generated. From the imagination, there is a thought. So everything is actually manifested in terms of thought. When we say memory, we are actually generating thoughts, and thoughts in terms of some visuals that is not visible by eyes, but it is there in the mind. We can see things with the memory system, with the imagination, with the inner eyes, we can say. It is with everybody. Suppose I'm thinking about something, so automatically that image come where, not in front of me, in front of my eyes. This, there is a layer, or there are perceptive ability inside, which is actually can see that memory. So there, when we closely see, that is the place where we suffer most, the memory part and the imagination part and the thought part. Physically we do not suffer much. Now what you consider the truth is the physical reality. Memory is already happened, imagination did not happen, it may happen, but you are just projecting, you are just pretending. When you are pretending, it means the reality, from the reality you are shifting to the memory, and you are shifting to the imagination. So these three we have to isolate, we have to identify, then we can actually figure out why things are happening, how can we manage ourselves internally. Otherwise, if we stay away from the truth, then other things will occupy. What other things will occupy? This is the again the memory and imagination. Again, everything is based on these three things. It is my understanding of things, which is actually I'm trying to find out the foundation. This is the foundation of our existence. How they are functioning, why they are there, it is a different game. It is a deeper thing which may come out if you go deep. But fundamentally, these are the things going on. So when somebody is suffering a lot, it means they are suffering in the imagination, they are suffering in the memory. They may suffer in the physical level also. That means where they are like a constant pain, because of some ailment, because of some disease. But most of the cases physically everybody is good, but reality is that internally they are not in any comfort ease, just because the imagination and memory part is playing with the playing internally. And whether they can be managed, they can be manipulated, yes, definitely. So what are the ways we can find out? So with this I'm starting this kind of like discussion, because if we do not understand ourselves, how can we manage our physical world, or our own self, physical, mental, emotional level? Others, those are part of our family, those who are part of our organization, not the whole community, but where I live, I have to manage the environment with other people and myself. So these three things should be considered, and we can make like different kind of we can do experiments, analysis, and all these things, observations particularly. So with this I'm concluding this video here, so we'll meet again. Thank you.